Okay, so this is Unit 4, Homework 3, column number 4. Number 1 asks us to solve and graph the inequality on the number line. Okay, so the first thing we're going to need to do is divide by this negative 2.25 because we're solving for W. When we take that negative sign across the inequality to divide, okay, that's going to flip our inequality sign. Okay, so here the alligator's going this way, and then here you can see the alligators turned and went this way. Okay, it also makes our answer negative because a positive 13.5 divided by a negative 2.25 is a negative 6. Okay, number 2, it says a business has a goal of selling 500 bags of chips with 3 days left. They have 322 to go. At least how many do they need to average per day to meet their goal? Okay, well, we're going to do 500 minus 322 to see what they have left, and that's 178. Then we'll divide that by 3 days, which is the amount of days that they have. Okay, so that would equal 59.33333. Okay, so for them to meet their goal, they're going to have to sell at least 60. Okay, because if we round, we're going to have to round that up, because if we was to round it down to 59, then that would not make them reach their goals. So we'll have to round that up to 60. So 60 per day. Number 3, Burger King offers a deal of 10 chicken nuggets for $1.49. How much is it per nugget? Okay, we're going to take $1.49, divide by the amount of nuggets. Okay, and that will be 0.149. So we know when we're dealing with money, we have to round to the nearest hundredth place. So that will be approximately 15 cents per nugget. Okay, number 4, Jen has read 4/5 of a book. The next day she read 2/3 of what she had left. Okay, so we know when we see the words fraction, and when we see a fraction in the word of, a fraction of, okay, we know that we need to multiply. So the first thing that we must do is decide how much she has left to read after the first day. Okay, so if she read 4/5 the first day, she only has 1/5 of the book left. Okay, so we're going to take 1/5 and multiply it by this 2/3 because she read 2/3 of what she had left the next day. Okay, so she read a total of 2/15 of the book. Okay, she read 2/15 of the book. Okay, we then will take and say that she has, we'll subtract that from the total. Okay, and we know that she has 13/15 she's already read. Okay, so she will have 2/15 of the book to go. Okay, on to number 5. Okay, if we are doing, Dana purchased a TV for $200. 18 months later, the same TV was selling for $160. What was the percent of decrease in the price? Okay, so we're going to use our formula, difference over original equals x over 100. Okay, so the difference in the cost was 40. Okay, and our original was 100, so then we cross multiply and divide. Okay, so our x will be 20. So the percentage off will be, it was a 20% discount. Okay, for number 6, Julio invested $2,000 in a simple interest account for 3 years. She had earned $150 in interest by then. What was the simple interest rate of the account? Okay, we know our interest formula is I equals PRT. Okay, usually we're looking for I, but in this case we know I. Okay, so we're going to plug in the variables that we know. We know that we've earned $150 in interest. Our principal was $2,000. Our time was 3 years, so we're looking for the rate. We're going to do, we went ahead and simplified combined like terms here. 2,000 times 3 gave me 6,000. Okay, which puts me here. 150 equals 6,000 R. I'm then going to divide by my 6,000, which will give me a decimal. 0.025 equals R. Okay, and then I'll have to move my decimal place, swoopy to the right 2 places for a 2.5% interest rate. Okay, for number 7. Eric made a drawing of his rectangular bedroom with a scale 1 inch to 3 feet. The scale drawing was 5 inches long by 4 inches wide. What was the actual area? Okay, so to find the area of the actual, first we must find what the actual dimensions were. Okay, so we're going to take our scale dimensions of 5 and 4 and multiply them by 3. Okay, because that was our scale factor. So now we have a room that is 15 feet by 12 feet. To find the area of 15 feet by 12 feet, we use our area equals base times height formula. Area equals 15 times 20. Area equals 180. And then finally, for number 8, we're looking for that missing angle, angle GNQ, which equals 90.